Launch sequence initiated.
Welcome to the Studio of Solitude. Ladies and gentlemen, I have returned from an incredible lunch full of a sandwich made out of a Costco rotisserie chicken. What a deal. Maybe the best deal in the entirety of that giant warehouse, which walking around in is my personal Vietnam, but I'll do it for a chicken. Hey, welcome back. It's the afternoon stream. Get ready. We're going to have fun. We're going to finish this page, and then I'm going to go do something else for the rest of the afternoon. I don't know. Might take the dog out, go for a walk. Who knows? You know, the rest of the day is my oyster. But what we're going to do is draw a picture. You're going to have a good time. I'm going to have a good time. Oh, only everybody left but one person. But you know what? It's just you and me now, buddy. It's just me and the robots. I'll see you in a second. Oh, well. Seemed like there were a bunch of people. Now there's nobody. Who cares? It's just me drawing pictures. Everybody stuck around for the title sequence and then they left. Oh well. That's the most fun part of the show anyway. I didn't want to wait around, you know? I wanted to get some work done. Oh, yeah. Of the world's tiniest art streamer. Hey, at least you're here. You know? That's what matters. Because I got one buddy who's willing to hang out with me and chat while I'm drawing. It makes the day go by a little faster. Makes the day a little bit more fun. Put in all that work on all that upfront garbage.
And, you know. It's like, why did I build that title sequence? Nobody's watching it. But you saw it, and that's what matters. Oh! Lovely. Well, I appreciate you hanging out. Got that side monitor going. Side monitor action. Leave it up in the background while you're working. That's what I do. Yeah, when I'm, I respect it. I respect the hustle. I respect all of it. I guess the viewer count that I get is not super accurate. But that doesn't matter. Hey, you know what? At least we've got the music back. I forgot to hit play on that this morning. So we didn't have any of our good beat boops, which I do apologize for, but also nobody noticed. So obviously it is not a big draw of the channel. Is there, speaking of, is there anything you guys think would be more fun that I could add, as long as I'm here? You know? We've only been doing this for about a week, but maybe there's something that you would like to see more. Something that would be more fun to watch, maybe. Can't speed it up. This is as fast as I go, unfortunately. So if you want like to see a page come together really fast, then that's not gonna work. But other stuff I can do. Let's build a fun show together. I don't have a lot of great ideas. Look, I know how to do one thing. That's draw pictures adequately. Oh, okay. Well, as long as that is a draw in and of itself, I'll take it. You know. Again, I hope once the new book starts up, they actually let me. They're not like weird about me doing this, because it would be really fun to do those pages as well. Because I'm trying a bunch of new stuff on the new book, technique-wise. I'm trying to be looser and more fun too. A little less uptight. Just let it happen. You know? Let what comes out of the pen be what comes out of the pen. Don't try to You could do something else. Write a hell of an earworm. I find myself... Oh, okay. I've never tried writing music in front of people. That's an interesting one. It depends. Usually, yeah, no, I totally get that. I don't color for other people. Nobody. Well, actually, I colored the. What was actually really fun about Kill Your Darlings is we would get those covers from Ryan Stegman, and then I would color Stegman's work, which was actually a really good experiment. I'm not used to doing that. I'm not used to coloring other people, but he was happy with it, so that was pretty cool. Do you do your coloring digitally, or is that by hand and ink as well? I color digitally, though I can color by hand with ink as well. Here, this is just sitting next to my. We did a nice. I think this is technically. This is just ink. It's the Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay inks, which I like quite a bit. I like using those better than I like using watercolor. My problem with watercolor is that like I like to work a lot in layers and like keep putting more and more color on top of the color that came previously, and I find that at least with due to my personal technique, what ends up happening is I lift the color up a lot, and I don't like that. So because those Bombay inks are shellac based, they don't pick up. Like when you go back over the blue with a green or whatever, the blue is not disturbed beneath. But that could be because I was also using the wrong kind of paper. Turns out paper selection on watercolors matters a lot, which is not something I knew about. I wish Valentine was here. Gouache might be my jam. Yeah, but okay. So let's talk about gouache really quick. I learned from a more professional gouache artist that I was doing that wrong as well. The consistency of the paint is actually really important, based on sort of like where you are in the process, which I didn't realize up front. It was like you should be working with something that's sort of the consistency of cream, or no, it was like you start with something that's sort of the consistency of tea, and then you move to something that's a little bit closer to like cream, and then you move on to something that's a little bit solider, and then at the end you only go in with like straight out of the tube stuff. But I didn't know that, so like that's another thing I would end up doing is I'd put down a bunch of gouache and I'd end up picking that up as well because I was using it the wrong way. You know, every day's a learning experience. Every day is an opportunity to draw less bad than you did yesterday. Actually, that framing is probably bad. Every day is an opportunity to do better than you did yesterday, not less bad. There's a real negative connotation there. Didn't realize that was you on Kill Your Darlings. Yes! That was me on pencil, ink, and color on the interiors, and then I colored the covers for Ryan. I get that reaction from that book a lot, actually, which is crazy. The number of people who went, oh my god, like, there were a bunch of people who said, yeah, I've seen Bob's work in Marvel books, and I thought I knew who he was, but what is this? What is this thing? I was thinking Bob from Blue Sky. Yeah. Can you believe it? Good old Blue Sky Bob. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Well, for the longest time, because like I don't know anything about branding. I don't know anything about anything. When it comes to like running a successful art business, I kept trying to like, because like there was a big part of me that was like, I just want to be left alone, so I'm not going to use my actual name. So I had like a pen name for my artwork, and that was pretty stupid. I shouldn't have done that. But what are you gonna do? That's on you, Bat fan? No, you're fine. Gotta make sure I get his hairy chest in there. These men of the 80s, 70s and 80s. Your last name is a slur? Can you give me a hint of what your last name is? without getting yourself in trouble and getting a chat or catching a chat ban? I don't have a mod, so I don't know. I'm sure you're probably fine. You're not like Mr. N-word, are you? That would be really bad. Oh no. Hello, Sean Franklin, 2008. Oh, somebody just did something. GRT, now following. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm grateful for the follow. I hope you enjoy an old man drawing pictures and talking nonsense. You like art? Well, thank you. I'm glad you do. If you like comic art and the creation thereof for some major publishers and some minor ones, I'm a guy that does it. And I'm also a guy that hits my microphone frequently. So, if you like a guy that's going to make a big boop noise in your ear periodically, I'm also maybe the guy for you. But thank you for enjoying art. Thank you for being on Twitch. Thank you for following. Thank you for being a cool dude. Do you like Marvel and DC comics and graphic novels? I do. And I have done literally all of them. I've worked for Marvel and DC, and I've made a graphic novel. I've made a couple graphic novels, actually. Wait until I've been 30 minutes. Oh, the microphone is up, right? Are we too quiet? I can turn it up a little bit. I can't tell. Whatever. I've got the limiter on. I'm just going to speak directly into it. Too loud. Too loud. Boot noises. Feature not bug. True. Do I like Marvel and DC movies also? Marvel movies, yes. DC movies, a little bit less so. I find them to be a lot less consistent. I also, yeah. Though I have, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I haven't caught a DC movie in a hot minute, so maybe they're out there ready to surprise me, and I want to be surprised. You know. Also, Harry Potter. I've seen them. I haven't watched them in a long time. I remember liking the third one a lot as a movie. You like the new Superman, huh? Oh, you know what? My buddy Anton said I really need to watch that. I don't know if Anton's here today. Sometimes he shows up in chat. But he said that the new Superman movie was really, really good. I liked, I didn't see Wonder Woman 84, 85, whatever it was. I didn't see that one, but the first Wonder Woman movie was pretty good. Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, he did it, so, like... I was never, like, a big Guardians of the Galaxy reader, but, like, when that came out, I was like, hey, this is a fun movie. He managed to make something that felt kind of special, at the time, at least. Oh, is it crap? Oh, that sucks. My one... If I were to... Here, chat. Hear me. If I were to offer one criticism of the original Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, I would ask you this question. What would you say was Wonder Woman's major flaw in... What would you say Wonder Woman's major flaw in that movie was? Like, what was the thing that she wasn't great at? Or was she just like a perfect angel that could do everything she wanted to do? I like characters that screw up. I like characters that are not great at everything. I just felt like she was... I just felt like she was sort of like perfect, right? Oh, here's Wonder Woman out here. She's not hot-headed. She never gets anything wrong. She's a pretty lady who can beat up everybody, and everybody likes her. And she never does anything wrong. Give me a character with some flaws, please. That's my one critique of what I remember from it. All right. Did I see Guardians 3? I know I saw 2. I don't know if I saw 3. I'll have to check it out. Wasn't a big fan of her going goo-goo over knowing Steve Trevor for less than a day after 1,000. Well, fair enough. That's a good critique. As you're being slowly digested over 1,000 years. Slowly having your heart slowly digested over 1,000 years. Throw your heart in a Sarlacc pit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to imagine what, like, watching me try to make one of these songs would look like. Because I do a lot of humming to myself, I think. I don't know if I could... And then in 84, she'd been mourning the guy for 50 years. Oh, yeah. Just to bring back Chris Pine. Well, everybody loves Chris Pine. He's like a big hippie, isn't he? He shows up at all those events and he's wearing like a t-shirt. He's got a big long beard now. Hi everybody, I'm America's Chris Pine. When I'm not smoking grass, I'm being in movies. Anybody see that D&D movie? Was that good? As a longtime D&D player from the 80s and 90s, as a guy who remembers Thaco, is it worth a watch? So watchable? Alright. I gotta do that too. What streaming service is that on? Is that a Paramount movie? I gotta do that, and I gotta watch the new Jackass movie. I just saw that clip of that dude going, "Hi, my name's Poopies, and I'll show me." And then he's standing on a ladder, and he hits the ladder out from under him and just falls on his own face. That's the kind of thing your old pal Bob gets into. Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay, I still got Netflix. I haven't canceled that yet. Sometimes it's good just to have a good laugh. Somebody told me that it felt very real to how the game actually is played amongst friends, right? It's like what you think Dungeons and Dragons is going to be is like, you know, people holding princesses tightly in their arms as the dragon flies overhead, breathing fire on the village, and you're like, "I will save you. I've always loved you." And what it really is just like, all right, today we're going to sell cryptocurrency to goblins, right? Oh, the 80s cartoon. Did Dungeon Master with his skullet show up as well? I am Dungeon Master, your guide to the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's too bad. I like that guy. Oh, blink and you'll miss it kind of thing? Alright. Well, I'll check it out one of these days. I'll add that to the list of the million things I need to watch. Which means I'll probably never watch it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Old man neck. Ugh. Whew. Do I miss Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman? Of course. I met him once, actually. Lovely, lovely, lovely gentleman. He was at, he walked by my booth at WonderCon many, many years ago. And then for you rock and roll fans, King Buzzo from the Melvins, walked by my booth. I had to flag him down. Didn't get a picture. Ooh, yeah. I don't think we get to do that in America. In the U.S. of A. We just have to have old man neck and sit with it, and then watch our bodies slowly turn into potatoes. Over-the-counter muscle relaxer seems wild. Have I seen Man of Steel or Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Edition? I have not. What order do I need to see those in? Tell me. Tell me which one is the best of the two, and I will watch that one. Man of Steel first? Okay. Canada's so much more cooler than America. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I've been up there enough. Everybody I met in Canada was lovely. I sell a lot of artwork to Canadians, actually. But you guys had your big post strike, though. I was trying to ship I tried to ship a cover that I did a long time ago to a guy up there, and he didn't get it for like 2 months. It sucked. I kept waiting for an email like, "Hey, it got there," and I was like, "Oh man, is this thing not getting to him? Is it really? Oh jeez. Why don't you guys just pay your mailman?" Pay him. Pay that man his money. For you Rounders fans in the audience. They're on rotating shifts. Yeah. Yeah. Pay your mailman. Don't look south. Yeah, hey, we got the Gestapo, but, you know, at least we pay our mailman. Actually, we don't pay our mailmen, right? Are we not paying our mailmen right now? Because of the shutdown? We got nothing to stand on. I'm surprised Al Gore's internet works. Oh, man. Tough out here. Tough out here living in the free world. We are not rocking in the free world. We're not getting anything. Do I like Michael Bay Transformers movies? Ignore the wildfires. Seriously. We're not going to have at-home deliveries within 10 years. Wait, are you serious? Rocking back and forth in the free world, in the fetal position. Michael Bay Transformers movies. I think I only saw the first one back when it came out. Though, funny story, the Transformers movies were produced by the one and only Lorenzo de Bonaventura. The first comic I ever made was with him. Can you believe it? Well, not the first comic, but like the first comic book I ever made was actually with him. Isn't that crazy? Met Shia LaBeouf at a con. I saw him at Mendocino Farms in Sherman Oaks once. I didn't want to bother him. I was like, oh, that's Shia LaBeouf right over there, eating a sandwich. Pre or post memification? Of which? Shia LaBeouf? LaBeouf? Shia the Beef? He was selling his comics. Did you read them? Did you get one? I think you get one for the novelty at least, right? Did he write and draw them, or did he just write them? He'd give them gummy bears and ask if that made it better. You know what? That's actually a pretty incredible... That movie was terrible. Here, does this help? Here. I mean, look, man, he's just acting in it, you know? He didn't write it. He didn't direct it. If you gave somebody... If you said to me, Bob, we want you to be in Indiana Jones. And you're gonna be like Indiana Jones Jr. in it, basically. I would say... I wanted to be Harrison Ford when I grew up. So, yes, I don't care what the script looks like. And now I know about the gummy bear trick. And if anybody gives me shit about X Factor or Way of X or anything I've ever drawn, I'm gonna hand them gummy bears and go, does this help? It is such a great technique. Just like a whole bag of hair. No, you know. You know what you actually do? You know what you actually do? Is you give them a full bag of the Haribo Gold Bears that are the sugar-free ones, because apparently, those are the ones that will actually give you diarrhea. So you give them a whole bag of delicious fun bears that make them immediately run to the toilet for the rest of the afternoon. And then they're sitting in there pooping, going, I curse you, Bob. Get the Haribo fun sizes? Yeah, there you go. Two gummy bears is actually more insulting. I kind of love it. Here's 2 gummy bears, you stupid baby. It was just a movie. Settle down. You ruined my childhood. If anybody is interested, you might be. The book that we did with Lorenzo is right here. My first comic, Guntown. It is a sumptuous black and white beast. And something I'm intensely proud of. Sugar alcohols will get... Yes, that's the one. It's like they're still sweet, but they blast right through you, whether you like it or not. Bob, yeah, well, just don't meet me at a con. You don't have to worry about what kind of gummy bears I'm giving you. You know, this is gonna come back to bite me. Somebody's gonna be like, I watched a VOD of you talking about giving people gummy bears and making them poop. Is this... What kind of gummy bears are these? I don't know, you're gonna have to eat them and find out. You have to eat them and find out. It depends on how mean you were to me. Were you being a big jerk? If you weren't being a big jerk, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. Or do you? Oh, was Shia holding up one of your comics cards? Oh, that's fun. You probably don't want to use that in the marketing, though. You're going to get a call from his lawyer. Mr. LaBeouf did not approve this use. His likeness rights in conjunction with your comic. Or in conjunction with the marketing of your Patreon page. Please cease and desist all usage of Mr. LaBeouf's likeness in conjunction with this property. Thank you. Yeah, full bag. Just watch him on, and then as I use the bathroom later, you hear it sounds like that part where it sounds like the shitting scene in Dumb and Dumber, and you just know that you're the one that did it. You just sit in the back, steeple your fingers, and giggle. That'll teach you. That's fun. I mean, you know. I'm not going to tell his lawyers. Your secret's safe here. Although we did just put it on the internet. You'll be okay. It is 1,000,000,000% arcade cabinet time here on the Bobcast. This is what we do. I love it because it's nice, but it's still kind of patronizing, you know? I was like, oh, were your feelings hurt by my movie? Here, have some gummy bears, little baby. But it's also like just nice enough that like you have to kind of tilt your head at it. But like, wait, is he making fun of me? Oh, did he? Oh, that's fun. Well, I guess he didn't tell his lawyer, so you're still good. Worked out nice for you. By the way, I have a ton of copies of Guntown if anybody wants it. Just we'll $10 and I'll mail you one. Get them out of my house, please. You behind me, you'll see this green screen, and behind the green screen is all of my comps. So we're trying to get stuff out of the house sometimes. And then this is mostly original art that nobody wants. You're like, hey, does anybody want some old pages from James Bond? From James Bond Origin? No? Does anybody want some old pages from Green Hornet Meets the Spirit? No? How strange. Does anybody want... Actually, some people have wanted some old pages from Champions, which was fun. Ron Funches. I love Ron Funches so much. That is a legitimate... Like, if Ron Funches came by my table, I would, he could have anything you wanted for free. I love that dude. He's so funny. Where was that? Was that like what kind of cons does Ron Funches go to, or did he, or was it not at a con situation? Did you meet him somewhere else? He's a huge nerd. Only online? Oh, that's awesome. Just getting comments from is Ron Funchess a paid Patreon subscriber? That would be the coup of all coups. I would love that. Oh, well, it was worth a try. Outside of the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom January 2020. That's crazy. Wait, you went to Japan to go see wrestling? Or you happened to be in Japan when a wrestling was happening? Oh, that's cool. My dad's been once. I never went, though. His was all for business. That's cool. I wanted to go to Japan. I just haven't had an excuse. My buddy Alex just went and said it was really incredible. Haven't I been on the Cerebrocast? I feel like I was on there once, or did I not? Or have I just talked to... I can't remember. If I were to talk about one character on the Cerebrocast, who would it be? Honestly, I think the only one that I would probably be equipped to handle... There's only two I think there's only two I'd be really equipped to handle. I could probably talk about Gabby for a show, but only because she's had so few appearances. The only other one would probably be Magic, because I've read most of her catalog. I was doing a big New Mutants read-through a while back on the Marvel Unlimited app. If I can plug the good people at Marvel for a second, which is a really incredible value. I think I was, I was on no, you know what? I wasn't on that. I was on the X Reads podcast, which I think Connor used to do with Chandler, who is also an awesome dude. Chandler runs the Uncanny Experience in Minneapolis, which is an amazing event, by the way. If you're an X-Men fan, like a legitimate X-Men fan, and you can get to Minneapolis, go to the Uncanny Experience. It's really, really cool. Oh, that's tough. Well, as somebody who is hard on a comic book, I get it. Oh, the Uncanny Experience? Yeah. Well, I think it's because Chandler and Connor are buddies, and I think Connor probably posted about it. I don't know if Connor was there. I can't remember. I was there the first year, just because I happened to be living in St. Paul at the time. Also, Chandler's a really nice guy. We'd hang out every now and then in Minneapolis when I lived there. Yeah, it's so funny. Teeny and I still have never met. She seems like such a lovely person. And it's like you can work on these books together, but like at the time it was just like, you know, no real opportunity. And I haven't been to a con in years. So I've been on podcasts with Leia, but we've never met either. Of all the people I've worked with, I think I've hung out with Mark Russell the most. We got lunch at San Diego this year. Haven't had a table in almost a decade. Yeah, dude, I get it. It's such a pain. Like, the way I'm kind of looking at it right now is like, if I ever do a con again, I'll probably just do WonderCon and maybe San Diego, just because it's kind of down the street from me. But I don't know. Like, you gotta pay like $500 for the hopes of maybe making some money, and I'm just like, I don't really want to do this. You gotta load all your stuff around and make sure all of your seller's permits are up to date and all that stuff. I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I just want to draw some pictures, man. Now she's out doing her creator. Oh yeah, her Battle Nun book or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. I did such a horrible disservice to that because it looks really cool. Or it looks fun as hell at least. I don't know. I don't know anything. Yeah, I mean, same. You know, it's like, do I want to fight these crowds? I want to sit at this table and just eat con hot dogs for a weekend and be brutal to my body. And you know, for me, it's like I don't live near any of that stuff anymore. You know, I live out in the desert. Like I used to fly up to Seattle every year for Emerald City, and I love Seattle, but I don't know, man. Like at a certain point, you're just kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Also, it's like, what am I getting out of it? You know, it's like all the editors already know me, so I'm not really meeting anybody. Mary Heretic, yeah, I think that's right. Also, I don't like doing commissions. I'm like the worst. I am the least fun guy. I just like, I don't want to do this thing. Also, I don't do commissions. Also, I don't want to make any money. I don't like doing commissions. I'd rather just do a book. Like, the fun part of drawing for me is the telling stories between panels, right? What I don't love is just drawing a cool picture. Even though I did do one yesterday for my birthday. Also, cool picture from my birthday is still available if anybody wants it. It's just gonna sit over here on top of my printer. A beautiful 11 by 14 inked piece. Well, yeah, what is a book if not a pile of commissions from a corporation? It's a corporate commission. Ew, gross. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, to the point of some of the stuff we were talking about earlier, some like the fun of cons at least is sometimes seeing those people, right? Like, you know, I never would have met I never would have met Buzz from Melvin's if I hadn't been there. You know, I never would have met Kevin Conroy if I hadn't been there. You know, I met Dietrich Bader one year. He was a real sweetheart. He was at LA Comic Con. Just a super nice guy. See, once again, you'd rather just draw your own stuff. Like, again, I am, you know, and I said it before, very envious of anybody that can just do their own thing, man. You can just be out here making the comic you want to make. You don't have to answer to anybody. And it's paying the bills. That's so great. That is so great. I just absolutely love that. You know, just have your creative future tied to your ability to output something fun that you love. You know, it's like I've got all kinds of pages over here of things that may never see the light of day. You know, because I don't know when I'm gonna have time to just do it. Like kicking it up now that I'm an old guy and have, like, you know, a lot of bills and stuff is very daunting, right? Because it's like, well, yeah, but if I don't get paid for a month, what happens, right? I just went through quite a few months of irregular paychecks because it, you know, well, I mean, that's kind of the point though, right? If it becomes irregular, who cares? 3 properties, and when I get bored with one. Oh, well, that's fun. You can just kind of keep it fresh. That works nice. How does getting paid from a studio work anyway? When you say a studio, do you mean like Marvel? And when you say a studio, do you mean Marvel Studios like the movies, or do you mean Marvel like Marvel Publishing, the guys that put out the comic books? Because I can tell you about probably both. It's a little different in each case, actually. So, well, not in each case, but in some cases. So, Marvel is owned by Disney, right? So what happens is you do a bunch of work, and then when the editor has approved it, they submit basically a job done thing to Disney accounting, and then I get money literally just wired to my account from Disney. Same thing with DC. Basically, the editor is working with you, and then when the editor approves the pages that you've turned in, they submit all the appropriate paperwork to the accounts payable department of the big studio that owns the publishing wing, and then a couple weeks later it hits your bank account. For Image is a little different. Image is a long lead time because the Image deal works differently. In general, you don't get a page rate unless you're a special person, unless you're like I'm assuming somebody like a Scott Snyder or like Capullo, or if Jim Lee wanted to do it again or something like that, I'm sure he would command a page rate, right? But all that's wild. That doesn't matter. But I don't merit page rate, right? So what happens is you basically are making the book on spec. They say, okay, we'll publish your book, we'll put it out whenever it's ready, go and do your thing. So you just sit there for months and you draw. In my case, with Image, I sat there for months and I drew Kill Your Darlings, and we had no idea if we were gonna sell any of those. And then after the solicits hit, you get like your order numbers, and it'll be like, in our case we did pretty good. And then you get after they give you the order numbers, they basically send you like this accounting paper, and it's like, okay, here's how much it costs to print, here's how much we did in average, here's like the the standard $2,300 deduction for Image or whatever it is, and here's how many we sold, blah 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 blah, less this, less shipping, blah blah blah. Here's the total amount of money that you made. And then after a minute, I think that also just kind of hits your bank account. So basically, it's like you give the publisher all of your tax info, and then eventually, assuming you made any money, you get wired money eventually. So that's kind of how it works. And it's very similar. So like, I've also done contract work for like Fox before Disney bought Fox. I used to do I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, it doesn't really matter, but I used to do style guide art for Bob's Burgers every now and then. So like, if you see a Bob's Burgers on a t-shirt, if you see Bob Belcher on a t-shirt, there's a possibility that I drew it. And my job would be to like, find fun. I've also done some work for The Simpsons. But my job would be to like, find some. They'd be doing like a seasonal thing, right? Yeah. That's it. But yeah, they'd be like, hey, we're gonna do a seasonal thing. We're gonna do like The Simpsons for Christmas or whatever, and then like I'd have to draw Homer Simpson in a like a winter hat, and then give them like Adobe Illustrator files in vector format so they could make it whatever size they wanted. But I did a lot of that for Bob's Burgers. I also did some American Dad stuff way back in the day for like I don't even remember what it was for. But yeah, it was just style guide art. Just another thing to keep the lights on when you're not drawing comics. Because that's the other thing, right? Like those corporate types at like when they need style guide art pay very, very well. Comics don't pay so good. but when the corpo guys get your number and they find out that you're fast and good because you've been working in comics, they take pretty good care of you. They're like, man, this guy can do a lot of art for us, and he can do it very quickly. And it's like, yeah, my job is to draw as good as I can, as quickly as I can. Somebody said something very nice to me on Twitter the other day when they were like, oh, you're like one of the last guys that can still do a monthly book. And I was like, yeah, you bet your butt. We did 10 issues of X Factor. No interruptions, baby. Yeah. Those guys don't know what they're asking for. And they're like, it's like we want to do a 30-page comic. I don't know, does like 40 grand sound good? And it's like, yeah, that's fine. You're never gonna sell any of these. Okay, yeah, great. Perfect. We'll drop the paperwork. And then like, you didn't even negotiate because you're like, these numbers are so high, and they're walking away giggling, going, boy, we had 50 grand to go on this, and he didn't even negotiate. And everybody walks away happy because you got a bag, you got a fat bag, you got a fat stack. You don't have you're indisposed. They like expect you to do it in a ton of time because they work in corporate hours. And then you got a bunch of money. Yeah, everybody goes home happy. $100 a page. Oh, that's beautiful. That's not a normal rate either. I don't remember what Marvel charges per page colored. It's not a lot, I don't think. I could be wrong though. But I'm also like, I came in at a weird time, and I was telling people what my page rate was, and they were like, wait, for Marvel? And I went, yeah. And they went, it's that low? And I was like, yeah, what do you get paid? And then anytime you're like, hey, do you think I could get a little page rate bump? They act like you never emailed them. Yeah, I mean, for $100 a page, it's kind of hard to say no. Plus, I mean, if you've been doing this job long enough, you know how to make something look pretty good for not the longest, work day. And honestly, most corporate guys don't know what they're looking at anyway. They're like, oh, yeah, it looks like a comic book. Cool. Wizards of the Coast is bad about commission prices, huh? I'm buddies with Max Dunbar. I should ask him about that. He did a ton of D&D work. Or is that specifically for Magic the Gathering? Or is it... This is a public... Gave an artist... Oh, jeez. Don't throw numbers like that in front of me. I had to be banging down the door over at Wizards. They're like, well, how do I get some of that Magic the Gathering money? Alright, I think we're done with the line art. Alrighty. Let's get this bread. Time to spot these blacks, baby. Let me pick up my dirty rag here. Oh. Sorry about that. Apologies that capitalism got in the way of art. How disgusting. No, I was just goofing about trying to get that Wizards of the Coast money. It's better than the comic money, that's for sure. And then I was just saying that I was done with the line art, so we're going to start spotting blacks and be done for today. Hopefully. Well, done with this part of today. I got to pencil tomorrow's pages as well, but we do that offline. We do the penciling offline because I need to concentrate on it. This I can kind of turn my brain off a little bit and chat with you guys. Also, thank you everybody for hanging out. There's a bunch of people in here today, and I really like it. It's very nice of you. Once again, there's a million places on Al Gore's internet that you could be, and you're here today with me. Watching me draw these pictures. Watching me draw pictures real slow. Watching me draw these here comic books. Yeah, just a tracer on stream. And a tracer main in Overwatch. Let's go. Yeah, just a filthy tracer on stream. We do the... Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've told people about this in the past, but like when I'm actually doing page layouts and stuff like that, I can't even have music on. It's real strange. It requires a level of concentration from me that I don't know. Because usually I can yap. But, that work in particular is very taxing on my brain, I guess. Yeah. I can't write dialogue and have anything in my ear. Because then I can't hear the words in my head. If that makes sense. I can't hear my brain words. I'm gonna turn in my head movies. That's my Simple Jack reference for today. Yeah, just chew and ram. VRAM is in overdrive. I'm basically a human blockchain. Cranking out NFTs, baby. Cranking out NFTs, non-flushable turds. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'd say it again. I know who I am. Bored ape. Yeah, but we didn't get the yacht club with it. We can't afford a yacht. Bored ape in a kiddie pool from Toys R Us. Wait, Toys R Us went out of business, didn't it? Showing my age again. Old guys. Toys R Us Day, right? Am I alone here? When Mom and Dad took you to Toys R Us? That was the... What a magical day that was. Every aisle. Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Maybe it was just... Maybe I thought they closed down because the one in Burbank closed. Back when I lived in LA. Or maybe they got liquidated or something like that. Sold to private equity and then, you know, like everything else that happens in America. Oh, something happened. Hey. I didn't get to read the whole name, but thank you for following. Appreciate it. I wish those notifications showed up in the chat aggregator, but they don't. Oh, Target's conglomerate. That's interesting. Also a Minnesota-based company, I believe. Like Best Buy. Yeah, that weird thing where like they'll buy a company and then they'll force a bunch of debt onto it, and then I don't get that. And a bunch of people not actually interested in owning a business. I don't understand how the math of that works. It's like we're going to buy controlling stakes in these companies, and then we're going to saddle them with a bunch of debt, and then what happens? Where does the profit happen? It feels like underpants gnomes. Kohl's too, huh? Well, that was a Wisconsin company, I think. If I recall, Herb Kohl was a like a senator from Wisconsin, state rep. I can't remember. I was talking to my friends about the EA buyout. Yeah, so did they actually sell to that to those Saudi guys? Is that a thing that happened? And is it just like, did they sell to Saudi Arabia? Is it just like the Crown Prince decided to buy it, or like the buyers go to the bank, take out a loan, use the company they're buying as collateral, and then they dump the debt back into the company they bought? Oh, okay. So they did sell. So is it to like the Crown Prince, or was it to like a private company in Saudi Arabia? Do we know? It's agreed to, but it's not final yet. Private equity group with Saudi backing. Interesting. I think that's interesting. Because I know... Here's what I do know. I know that, is it EMEA? Is that what they call the Middle East or whatever? Europe and Middle East, EMEA? I know that the Middle Eastern countries right now are very big on trying to become a cultural exporter the way that the United States has been. So like, you know, you've seen the Sandstorm comics and stuff that came out with all that stuff, and then like them buying EA and all that stuff. I think this is all part of sort of that move from the Saudi government to try to become a cultural exporter of like stories and culture, which should be interesting. You know, the time of the U.S. cultural export hegemon seems to be quite over. Kind of trying to diversify away from oil. Yeah, that makes total sense. I think that's also a big part of it. Yeah, the normalization stuff. The stuff where you can just, you know, kill journalists. Classic stuff. Stuff that I think everyone can get on board with. Jeez. Yeah. Look, you guys. I gotta be careful what I say out here. Folks that don't like that dude, yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's a weird time. We are all growing up and being old in a very strange time to be alive. I feel like it's weirder than it's ever been. I can't confirm that, though. I think the internet has just accelerated everything, unfortunately, right? I'm sure like a lot of this stuff happened in older times, but I don't know if it was as fast. Feels weird. It feels weird. To me, at least. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Feels like history's happening too quickly. History's happening too quickly and too much, too often. Yeah. No, I think you're right. It would be nice to be back to those precedented times. I wonder if that's just what happens. It's like everybody always has like really a real fond memory of their youth just because they didn't know what was happening around them when they were a kid, you know? It's like everything's always been terrible. You just didn't know about it. So you can think back to, you know, in my case, think back to the 90s. The music was better and I wasn't upset all the time. And it's like, were my parents always this upset and they just never told me? I should ask my dad. I talked to him this weekend, obviously, it was my birthday. I should have asked him. I'd be like, hey, Dad, were you always pissed off and upset? or is this just me being alive now? Yeah. Ninja Turtles, baby. Let's go. .com bubble burst? Yeah. I remember we had like information on the wall in like, cause I think the Gulf War was 4th and 5th grade for me, and there was stuff on the wall in my 5th grade class about the Gulf War. I vaguely remember that, but I don't remember thinking anything about it. I don't remember having an opinion on it, other than thinking that Saddam was probably a bad guy. I think that was the extent of my ability to understand it. Yeah, I come from a very long line of never give the government your money people. So, I get what you're saying. My dad and I talk about it every night. My dad is definitely one of them, but he's not one of them. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely does not like what's going on right now. But you know, feeling invincible. Yeah, and then you get older and you're like, hey, I wonder how much of that it is. Is like, yeah, you know what? I'm getting old. I'm getting frail. Everything is much scarier. And then that just cooks your brain. Oh man, we're getting deep and philosophical around here. Sovereign citizen, yeah. Show me the, what is it? Those people say, show me the law that I have to pay you taxes or whatever. You'll never get $1 from me. No, like my grandpa paid his taxes and everything like that, but he was, well, if they don't know about the income, you don't have to give it to them. If it's a cash transaction, they'll never know. IRS, if you're watching, please leave my grandpa alone. He's dead. Don't go knock on the door of his coffin. We're looking for $180 from you, Grandpa. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of them about it, turns out. My dad never talked to me about it, so I don't know if he has an opinion about it. I hope he doesn't. I'm not an incorporated entity in the Admiralty of the United States. That's funny. Is that what they're trying to do? Is the current goal for everyone to become an incorporation? Or a corporation. Everybody's got to incorporate. Every man is an LLC. That was in the Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that not all corporations are created equal. An LLC has certain tax advantages over an S-corp and a C-corp. That, you can look it up. I had to get a DBA. I have, so this I didn't realize, and I've probably been screwing up for a while, you guys. But I never had a business license. I didn't know I needed to get one. They don't tell you that stuff when you become a comic book artist. I've just been out here doodling away, and then I got a, because of this new book that I'm doing in the company that I'm working for, they were like, okay, well, we have to, because I live in California, we have a lot of laws regarding what is and is not an independent contractor. Your free man name? I don't even know what that is. But we have a lot of laws about what it is to be an independent contractor, and I had to fill out all this crazy paperwork, and I had to get a business license and prove that I wasn't being employed by the company that was having me draw the book, like, and that I was not using their facilities in any way, and all this crazy stuff. But I now have my business license, so good for me, I guess. Oh, I love Atrioc. I watch Atrioc a lot. He's super interesting. I like his economic takes quite a bit. But he and I have certain overlaps, right? Because, like, you know, he's a guy that used to work for NVIDIA, right, and then became a streamer. I'm a guy that used to work for, you know, Disney and you know, Activision and all those companies, and I just became a stupid comic book artist, right? So I think that's part of the reason that he and I see things kind of similarly, because it's like we both worked for big megacorps and then kind of became our own dudes, you know? Which is why, like, when he starts saying stuff, I'm like, yeah, everything Atrioc is saying makes a lot of sense to me. And then I make my poor wife listen to it. I'm like, Atrioc's saying something really cool, babe, listen to this. And she's like, oh, the speedrunning guy? I'm like, yeah, but he's really smart. He died 1 billion times in Silksong, but he's a cool guy. I still haven't finished Silksong. I need to finish that too. Oh, whoops! I screwed up. We made a mistake, guys. That's not supposed to be black behind her head. Oh, we'll fix that in a minute. We'll fix that in a minute. Alright, thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. Do something fun tonight. Get some ice cream. Break laws, take chances. Drive fast, take chances. There we go. And have yourself a lovely evening. What that's what happens. Yeah, I know. I really should be better about that. It's like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and then I have to remember, and then I go, whoops, that's not supposed to be like that. Oh, well. Well, now somebody is going to have a really cool page that has a bunch of whiteout on it. That's what I tell you guys. Don't be precious. It doesn't matter. It's just whiteout. It's just a piece of paper. It doesn't matter. It's just a stupid drawing of some people in an arcade. Nobody's mad about it. Certainly not me. Dude, you have no idea. I should get. Who makes these things? Who runs Presto here? Pentel. Yeah, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna tell everybody. Somebody. We're gonna actually have Atrioc guest on stream, and then I'm gonna have him give everybody a bunch of sound investment advice, and that is. The more I stream, the less I pay attention, the more whiteout gets bought. Of course, I haven't bought a box of whiteout pens in years, because I'm still using the same batch that I bought like 5-6 years ago. I don't go through that much, okay, guys? Like, I definitely screwed up. I screwed up pretty bad, but it's not that bad. And I'm definitely putting my finger into the ink and smearing it around the page, which is also bad. And also this ink is starting to clump a little bit. And I'm putting down fatter lines than I want. Here, I've concocted a dagger. Yes! There we go. Beautiful. I've chiseled my beautiful brush into a dagger with which I will do a precision strike. There we go. Alright, now I gotta clean this off because it's very dirty. Once again, guys, don't let the ink up that high into the ferrule. Don't do it. True. I wasn't then. People didn't know my terrible secrets. And all the mistakes I constantly make. There's no way for me to escape now. I used to be able to just white out in peace. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, but it's fine. Look, I'm a whiteout guy, you know. I'll just clean these lines up a little bit afterward. Put a big fat glob of whiteout down. And we'll just fix it later. And then we can chat while I wait for it to dry. Just chatting. We'll move to the just chatting section of twitch.tv. Of Justin TV. Of Justin Trudeau. There we go. Oh! Yeah, but here's my thing. I let it clump up in the pot a little bit because it makes it a much it looks very nice on the page right now. It's a very deep, luscious, dark black. So I just kind of I just let it air dry, and then I don't clean these out. These are just a little hard to see, but yeah, it's just ink on ink on ink. It's probably not the best thing to do, but I like the way it looks at the end. Have I ever tried doing... No, I haven't. What I have done... I don't know. I've never done anything like that, actually. Here, I'm gonna... Okay, that's pretty good. I haven't done that. It might be worth a try though. It'd be pretty cool to kind of like, you know, carve your characters out of the black and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. It's definitely an idea to get to some different looks, you know. It makes sense for Batman the Animated Series though, you know, like. If I were to do it on this book, it wouldn't make any sense. I would need the proper property. Perhaps if I was actually drawing Batman. Jim Lee, hear me. The guy that does all of the goofy cartooning, he wants to draw Batman. Let's make this love connection a reality. Let's do something goofy together. There it is. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, every now and then I'm all like, maybe one of these days somebody will say, "Hey Bob, do you want to draw a Hellboy comic?" And I'll go, "Yep." Like, I've talked about this on stream before, so I don't mind saying it. My buddy Dave has often called me a fake geek girl because I don't read the most comics on Earth. But the one thing I do read regularly and religiously, and I have like all the different, I also have the giant library editions of it, is Hellboy. It's like my favorite. Big red dude fighting Satan monsters and stuff. It's the best. Oh yeah? So do you know that that documentary that came out about him a little while ago? That was done by Jim DeMonakis and my buddy Kevin Hanna. Kevin's an old friend of mine. That's the closest. I saw him at what was it? Rose City a couple years ago. I never met him though. I was always working my table, so I couldn't talk to him. All right. Yeah. So that's my buddy's movie. All right, guys. I think we did it. I think we've completed a page of comics. As we can see, we have Cass with her garbage bag walking away from these people, and then them having a chat about her. We did it. We finished it. So there you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I'm gonna go scan this and put it in the computer and then do a bunch of other work. But we've done it. We've done it today. Before I leave, is there anything I can do for anyone? Is there any questions that I might be able to answer for you? You may just want to get on with your day as well, which I understand. You may be tired of this crap. While I'm cleaning my brush here, I will watch the chat from here, and I will see if anyone has anything they would like to ask, add, or request. I'll check over here. Yeah. All right. Well, step with me then, friends. The studio of solitude. Oh boy. Oh boy. We did it. We did it. We got it done. There were a lot of people that said we couldn't do it. There were people who were out there and they were like, Bob can't ink a comic book page. It's not like he did it all last week and we saw it. We did it today too. We did it. And that was great. Hey, George, thanks for the kind words. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. This has been a real pleasure. So, with that, I'm going to sign off for today. I'm going to pencil some more pages, and then we'll probably do this again tomorrow. We'll see. It depends on how crazy my day goes. But my guess right now, we're on for it. So, hey, it's been a pleasure. Everybody, take care. Love you. Bye-bye.
That time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
I wish you could come too. I wish you could enter cryo sleep with me, to be rejuvenated amongst the stars. But you can't, and I'm sorry about that.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Are you still here? No. You watch me walk up this ladder? It's a long walk from Earth to the moon. Many tens of miles. 10 miles to the moon. Shorter than you think. It's a very small moon. I'm going to a space station. No, I screwed up. That's okay. You don't... We're gonna get on my case about it? That's fine. You can do that if you want. It's expensive to run a space station where you sleep and then go to Earth sometimes.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Have you ever gotten on a Stairmaster? It's like that, but into space where there's no oxygen. It's very difficult. You should try it sometime.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Miss you guys. Tune in next time. I'm looking forward to seeing you and drawing for you in the future.